Hey guys, I'm working on my 2013 Toyota Sienna. This time I'm having issues with the AC. It's just not cooling as much as it should be. The air coming out of the vents is about 70 degrees. It should be below 50. Outside temperature's about 90. It's about 20 degrees too hot. I took it to a local shop to have them help me diagnose it. They diagnosed a bad blend door actuator motor. I quickly confirmed there was nothing wrong with the actuator, so I was not about to pay the $1,800 they quoted me to replace it when I could replace it myself if it was broken, but it was not broken. Went online and found that a lot of folks had issues with their electronic compressor control valve, which is a part that you can buy online for these vehicles. It's about $30 shipped. So I decided to give that a try because I didn't figure it was the expansion valves. I figured the AC compressor was fine. So I wanted to give this a try before I did anything else. And so I took the vehicle to another shop, not the first one that misdiagnosed it, and I asked them to remove the refrigerant, and I was going to make the repair, and then I wanted them to refill it, and they agreed. So they evacuated the system, so there was no pressure, no refrigerant in the system. And then in the next steps, I'm going to show how to remove the electronic compressor control valve and how to reinstall the new one. One thing that I don't think I mentioned in the installation, which I'll go ahead and mention now, is that when you install the new electronic compressor control valve, it's O-ring sealed. So there's probably going to be a little bit of refrigerant residue when you remove the old one. Use some of that leftover refrigerant to lubricate the O-rings on your new one. This is going to help insert the new control valve much easier, and it's going to help prevent pinching an O-ring. So that's it. The rest of these steps I'll show in the garage of me actually making the replacement. Okay, so to remove this electronic AC compressor control valve, you can see it's that connection right there. I've already removed the electrical connector. The electrical connector's hanging down. That one's not too bad to remove from the top. Just squeeze the clip and pull it out. Not too bad. Then you got to remove the circlip. I used some circlip pliers. I was first using these reversible circlip pliers, and they just have too much give. So they weren't really squeezing the circlip far enough to get it to come out easily, and I was struggling with it. So I backed up, went to Harbor Freight, got some solid circlip pliers that have no give to them. They're not reversible, and they're just pretty small, and they got these 90-degree circlips, and these did the trick. Circlip came out no problem. Once you get the circlip out, you need to pull that whole the whole sensor out. And I saw a video online where a guy was trying to remove it and he broke it. So what I've been doing, and it's coming out slowly a bit at a time, is I am taking some long needle nose pliers, and with these needle nose pliers I'm just barely squeezing the sensor, and I'm rotating it. And I've probably rotated now all the way around, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, because it's O-ring sealed. So you can get it to rotate easily, but you can't get it to pull out very easily. So rotate it, and then what I do after I rotate it is I use these 45-degree angle pliers, and I will, with these 45-degree angle pliers, I will stick it inside the sensor, grab one of the prongs of the 45-degree needle nose pliers is inside the sensor, and I'm grabbing the wall of it, And then I'm using this hard AC line that's right here as leverage, and I'm pulling it out, and it comes out like 1/4 of an inch or less. And then I'm backing up once it comes out just a little bit. I don't want to damage this this line right here. It comes out just a little bit, and then I use my long needle nose pliers to rotate the sensor 180 degrees, and then I put these on it and I leverage them out another 1/4 inch. And so turning it, pulling it, turning it, pulling it, using that this AC line as a little bit of leverage, not too much. It seems to be working. It's coming out. I saw a guy online did a video where he actually broke his sensor because he was putting too much leverage on it without rotating it. So rotating is the key, and then a little bit of leverage, and that sensor should come out. So let me finish taking it out, and I'll take some more video. Okay, and there it is. Yeah, it wasn't that difficult at all to pull it out. Using that method of rotating this, putting the needle nose pliers on the end and just rotating it, and then pulling it with these sticking these 45-degree needle nose pliers inside there and leveraging it out using that AC line. It came out fine. At one point, this actually, when I rotated it, it slid back in because, again, these O-rings are holding it in place. But not to worry, because at that point you've broken it loose. And when it slid back in, I just grabbed the pliers and I did one yank, and the whole thing just came out. At this point, my system's already been evacuated, the AC system. I took it to a shop. They had removed the refrigerant already. Definitely you need to have that system evacuated before you remove this. And here's the new one that I'm about to put back. I'll probably put it back. I'll have to make sure that it's fully seated so that the circlip snaps into place. Let me go ahead and do that. But here's the old one, here's the new one, and let me get it back installed, and I'll take some more video. Okay, it's back in. You can see that's the new sensor. All I did was I used my long needle nose pliers, and I used again this line as a little bit of leverage, and I pushed just gently on this line against the sensor, and it just popped in. And you want the sensor to fully seat to the point where you can see the line there in the back. That's where the circlip is going to sit. You have to be able to see that entire groove so that the circlip is going to be fully seated, so that thing won't pop out once they go to recharge your system. So let me go ahead and put that circlip back in, and then the electrical connector, and that's it. Okay, now that I've made the replacement, I took the vehicle back to the shop where they had evacuated the refrigerant, and they refilled it. They told me it was a pound low, so that could have been my issue, or it could have been the electronic compressor control valve. It's hard to know for sure since I had, I made the replacement, and I didn't try it out, with them refilling the system before I make the replacement. So I'm not sure which one was my issue. However, after they refilled it and I had a new compressor control valve, my AC system is now cooling the way it should be. The air coming out of the vents is about 49 degrees, maybe even colder than that once the vehicle's moving. So it is much cooler than it was previously. So I think my issue is fixed. So yeah, hopefully this video helps you out.